Hey guys, what's up? Neil Temple of Doom here from Pop Cultured with Silver Screen Sheen and Team every Saturday at 5 on CJBK.com radio, and I'm at Shockstock 2018 with a very special guest, Mr. James Duval. How are you, sir? Thank you. And his fans.
I love you!
And his fans, his entourage.
Hi Natalie, how you doing? Good, thank you.
So you might remember James from such films as Independence Day, Donnie Darko, Gone in 60 Seconds, and Sushi Girl, which I just realized, with Mark Hamill and Tony Todd.
One of my favorite movies and experiences of my entire career.
Yeah, oh great. Yeah. So it was a great time working on that, yeah? It was a cool movie.
Beyond a dream come true. Every day I'm going to work with all my childhood heroes. It just doesn't get better than that.
Awesome, sweet. Hey, and I got to ask you, what was it like not only working on Independence Day, but when the film became such a huge success, it became such a huge blockbuster, you know, what was that like, kind of going through that experience?
It was absolutely overwhelming. You know, I was really, really happy, but I was overwhelmed. It was so much more than I thought it was going to be and than I expected. And again, it's kind of another dream come true in a way. You know, I didn't necessarily want to be making big movies so much as just make good movies or be involved with, good filmmakers making interesting stuff. That being said, Independence Day was my first studio film. But when I read that script, I had such a blast. And I finished reading it and I told the guys, this could be huge.
Yeah.
I'm just telling and I never really did know. I've only done little movies, and they're like, oh, you never know, Jimmy, you never know. I'm like, no, I'm telling you guys, I've never read anything like this. It's unbelievable. And I had no idea what the special effects were going to be at that time yet. And it was beyond my expectations. And the response was so far beyond even what I had imagined that, to be honest, with such a positive, overwhelming reaction, I got a little shy and nervous. It kind of freaked me out a little bit, to be honest with you. That kind of attention. Hi, how are you? Like all of a sudden.
People started recognizing you and...
Yeah, the recognition thing actually freaked me out a little bit.
You're Randy Quaid's son, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I like the stuff and talking about it, but it was like kind of the idea sometimes that I just wasn't used to that kind of attention, And it's so flattering and it's fulfilling in a lot of ways, but it's scary in other ways too. It really is, yeah. I mean, for me, I'm not shy or apprehensive to say that certain things frighten me. I think smart human being knows to fear certain things. There's a wisdom in that.
Exactly.
And I don't mean like the dark side kind of fear. I mean like, yeah, I fear if I go down that path that this will happen. So I am not walking down that path.
Yeah. Right on. And of course you were in the cult classic Donnie Darko with Jake Gyllenhaal and Drew Barrymore. And I have one question about that movie, because it is, we talked about this a bit yesterday about how the movie is a little bit, sparks the imagination, and not a lot of people understand it, but a lot of people love it. So what kind of reaction do you get to that kind of film? Like, how do you kind of say, well, how do you explain Donnie Darko to people that love it?
Well, the thing is Donnie Darko for me is another one of those high points in my career, and just for me on a personal level, about the story itself. When I first read it, I just thought of it as like this long episode of Twilight Zone, and that's Rod Serling's Twilight Zone's always, to me, been rooted in like, it wasn't just simply freaky stories he's telling. He reflected on you, self-reflected on yourself and who you were and what you were doing, and the cause and effects of the way that your treatment and behavior towards yourself or other people changed the world around you. For me, it was the same thing. I just fell head over heels in love with the story. I didn't even know exactly what it's about, but I know how it makes me feel even today. And that's what I attached to immediately.
Yeah. So well directed and acted, and it really sucks the viewer in, and it keeps you guessing, keeps you wondering, and it really sparks the imagination. Right?
It's so original, and Richard Kelly, exactly. Richard Kelly's writing and direction, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jennifer Malone. I mean, everybody's performance, from Drew Barrymore and Alex Greenwald to Seth Rogen and Stuart Stone. I mean, these guys, everybody was absolutely incredible. I mean, Mary McDonnell and Holmes Osborne as the Darkos. They warm the cackles in my heart. They have a special place in my heart, from the script, from the shooting, from the response, seeing the finished product, to today. I love them.
Awesome. Well, you've been in a lot of awesome movies, James, and it's been a pleasure to meet you. Is there anything you want to promote? Any films or anything else coming out that you'd like to promote?
Yeah, I just recently did a movie called Garlic and Gunpowder. The tagline is "Stupidity knows no bounds." I play a hitman on the eve of possible destruction of the Earth from a meteorite. So all the rich people have taken their money and tried to move it to a safe location in case the Earth gets bombarded. And my hitman partner and I figure this out, and we try to rob the convoy in all our glorious stupidity. So if you like to laugh, if you like stupid things, watch Garlic and Gunpowder. I'm telling you right now, over here, OVEHEA, over here.
Right on. Thanks a lot, James. I really appreciate you taking this time for this interview.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate the time too.
Absolutely. Here at Shockstock 2018.
Woo!
It's been an awesome time. And until next year.
We'll see you next year.
All right, guys. This is Neil from Pop Cultured. Have a great night.